in the upper right here in the red. He is from Dragon Phoenix Gaming in the Team Kill Grand Finals. His name, folks, you may know him. It's Cure. And his opponent in the bottom left in the blue on a miracle run, an insane run. He's looking so damn good. He is Hero. And look at this. Hero, Cure. He scouts the proxy. Sees the gateway on the map here. And I don't know what he's going for. So it's kind of a max specs, but also not really, because this is in the middle of the map. You build a zealot, you run it across. And I feel like I've seen Hero do this on occasion, but okay. I think he's going to have a second proxy here. We do, of course, see the eBay block because there's actually going to be nothing to stop it for quite a while. The gateway is on the middle of the map. And actually, it looks like it will not be a proxy in Heroes or in Cure's natural. So Probes is going to get pulled because Hero's saying on a map like 2000 Atmospheres, I lose too much by taking my third base as my natural. Hey, Cobaltine, thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you're here this evening. Cure, you cheeky bugger. You'll love it. We got the gas steal. Thank you, Cobaltine. Well, I take pride in my production value. The dancing thing, you may have seen it. It's it goes away once the game starts, which I think I need to fix. But anyways, yeah, that is the dancing unit is a unit of the race that won the last game. The ticker is something I made myself. The highlights are things I do. Pretty proud of all of it. I'm glad you enjoy all the small little production things that I do. I put a lot of work into it. But this is weird because right now it's just a gateway on the map. Hero has a pylon. Okay, we got a Twilight coming on down here. Hero, he's pulling out all the stops in this game. Yeah, so the registrar is the person that files things. I guess you'd have like the faculty senate. It's just the faculty committee here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so a couple of depth shaders are going to try to show up, but there's a bunker here. You're not getting through that one. Okay, here's my question though. As we see the Twilight coming on down, is this for the Darkest of Templar? Is this for Blink? Realistically, probably not for Charge. Charge first is not something that we see all that often, but let me see. Okay, we got a decent amount of gas, but it will just be for Blink. Thank you, Mr. Constant A Mover, for 100 bits for Hero and Behemoth Mutual Love. Well, that's fair. I love myself and I love Hero as well. The Reaper gets on out for now. And Blink is on the way. Is the Reaper... No, Cure, you're not... No! Why are you checking here? He's going to find it anyways. We're going to see the gateway and the chronoed Twilight. Okay, he's like, Hero. Don't you know better than to try to shenaniganize me? I, the online warrior who have killed many Protoss players. So we should be ready for this. How many gates are we on right now? It's 3 gate. Wait, was there a 4th gate in... Yeah, this is just 3 gate right now. We got a Wind of Mine drop coming on in from Cure as well. And remember, this is... I have no idea why he proxied it like he did, because this is just your standard 3 gate Blink with a third base behind it. I mean, weird opener, sure. And Hero is pretty vulnerable to losing a lot of his production because he has 2 gateways on the map right now. But there's a third base behind this. Maybe it's a little bit slower, but it's just 3 gate Blink. It doesn't make sense to me that he proxied that, because 99 games out of 100, and certainly in any game where there's no Stargate, this will, of course, be... it's always going to be Blink here. Now we're going to see the Stalkers run on in, but the SCV repair is going to be in time. The Adepts, the shade on in to eat the shots, but it's just not going to be enough. A couple Marines, they start to fall. And now the SCVs, they start to fall a little bit, but I don't see Hero breaking this. Yeah, I was kind of expecting Invisible Men as well. Cheese Sandwich and PJ Vindahoo's, but the answer was no. Has a couple more gateways to get added on in. This medevac drop on the backsides, again, it's kind of been dealt with as we see the drop going on in right now. As I say that, does Hero have the pull? He does! Yes, he does. Okay, no massive downtown shot like we saw against Gumio, and the Stalker's going to be able to blink on out of that. Oh, okay, well, we'll go down. And 2 probes, so yeah, you get the medevac, but you lose the Stalker, you lose 2 probes. Not the end of the world. I cannot make the Immortal do the floss. I have recorded, or actually, shout out to the StarCraft Observer who has done these, and actually they're available as stickers on Giphy as well if you want to jazz up your social media posts, your Instagram, whatever. But he made them, and he just matted out the actual default StarCraft dances. So I'm not equipped to do the bones and render out and animate new things. I'm not that good. I can do the technical side of things, but I'm not that artistic. Yes, and shenaniganize is the proper term. Cheese sandwich. It is actually a word. But here behind this, he's got his third base up. He's up 20 workers. And Kira wants to go for that quote-unquote 7:30 timing, but it's going to be late because of how things started out here. And that's going to be pretty good for Hero, right? Because his +1 armor is going to be done in time for the push. He's going to have, he's got tons of charge lots. He will continue to have more. But he's on 5 gas, so he's moving into things, and most importantly, look at this. He's moving into Storm. He is channeling his inner classic in this game, and you love to see it. Yeah, and it does appear that Kier thinks that this is DT play. He's got a Raven out, as chat wonderfully noticed, but also he's building some missile turrets in the main base as an Astro. He is worried about the DT counterattack, but it's not a DT counterattack. This is just Charge Lot Archon Storm. And Hero's the one thing I'm worried about is Hero has been he's died before to getting a 4th base really quickly, and then the Terran push just kind of killing him. So I don't know that Hero needs this 4th base, but certainly if he holds the push, he's going to be in a fantastic spot here. Army supplies are very equal. Storm done in 7 seconds. Folks, there is no Ghost Academy. There will be no Ghost in this game. And Storm. Now, actually, the big thing is actually there's no Warp Prism. So Storm's not going to come from a weird angle. Zealot's looking to run on in, but Widowmines, they do a burrow on up for, and now is actually, oh, I missed that. The Raven took a lot of damage here. Storm 1 going down, Storm 2 going down. This army is so low, and the Raven dies as well. So no auto turrets, no armor shredder missiles, nothing like that. Now Zealot's looking to run on in, get on top of these Widowmine Stalkers, pulling on forward. 1 tank goes down, second one goes down. Bio says, well, maybe we can take this base down. That's going to be a kill, not a cancel. So Hero will lose his 4th base, but the question now is how much damage does Kier take to this army on the backside? Actually doing a pretty good job here of micro and kiting on backwards, but now the Stalkers blink on forward. Medevacs, they start to fall, so you can't really do that anymore. You don't have infinite stims anymore. And Hero holds, he loses his base, but he knocks down a lot of Kier's army. And now, here comes the counter attack. +2 armor about halfway done. Archon's on the way. We still have, I think, some Storms in this army. At least 1 High Templar in the Warp Prism. And this is a very low army. 1 Storm is going to evaporate things. Kira looking for the pre-split. And still, look at it all go down. It's dead. But Hero's army, a lot of his Zealots, they're wiping out here as well. Force fields are decent. Widowmine's going to knock down an Archon. But there's still there are still 2 more there. And Hero just says, I can't do it anymore. GG. Hero continues dominance. He takes game 1. And in fairness, yeah, like that is not a bet I wanted to make because realistically, I think Hero, I don't know that he's favored necessarily. I think these players are pretty evenly matched, but Hero's playing damn good right now. So it's not a, well, you know, if Bronze Leaguer number 27 knocks down Classic, I'll do this because it'd be so out of the ordinary. No. This player's like 50-50. Get an henna on my arm. Also not happening, but thank you for the suggestion there, Corn Muscles. But interestingly, Hero actually getting a Zealot early on. Now, Trap has been rather vocal about believing that you should go and get a Zealot early game. Ooh, line of sight play. It's nice, it's fancy, but Zealot still dies. Trap has been rather vocal about saying you should just get, you should put a Zealot in the production tab regardless of what happens. If you don't need it, that's fine. If you do need it, well, it's good to have it already on the way. In this game, Hero just kind of got it anyways because he wanted to put pressure across the map, and actually Reaper gives up. He says, look, I've wasted your time enough. The bunkers are going to go down. I'm going to be fine. So there we go. That's good. I mean, top 10 Terran in the world in current form. We say Ryung is that. I mean, look. So you got Maru, you got Clem. Returns to the top Terrans. You got Maru, Clem, Hero, Marine. Cure. Maybe Beyond at 5. And it's not any particular order. And it's got to be Ryung. Maybe I'm blanking on someone, but yeah, you got to put Ryung at like number 6 or like top 6 in the world. I think. I don't think you put him any lower than that. But okay, the Reaper and the Zealot and the 2 Adepts, they showing up. This reactor got rather low, and mining in the natural is just delayed for forever and a day. Interesting opener from Hero. Like the 2 Adept to deny mining is pretty common. Adding that Zealot early on adds a lot of wall breaking power. It means that if Hero does not respond appropriately, it's a bit of a problem. So we're going to see the Zealot get recalled. 1 Adept gets out. The second one, it does go down. Yeah, Ryung's TVZ is pretty horrendous. Not going to lie. But his TVT is god tier. His TVP is also god tier. And I think he's got a real damn good shot about getting out of the GSL Group A. I'm very excited to watch those games on Monday. See people in chat keep making the comparisons. Heroes like SOS but crazier, partying but smarter, stats but more handsome. I don't know. I'm just gonna say that Hero is the distillation of Protoss. Classic was Protoss. Classic was Protoss incarnate, but in 2022, I think Hero has taken over that title. He just does everything so well. And the best part about it is, I'm pretty sure he's a literal genius. He goes and he sees these win conditions that no one else does. Okay, we don't see him go mask Lave Adepts to win a lost PvP. That was Creator, and that was pretty cool. But we see him, I don't know, you want to compare it, he feels like Doctor Strange maybe. He's got the time stone. He just kind of goes in and says, ah, yes, this is the one timeline where I win this game, and he does it. But for now, Hero getting aggressive. He's sitting here on 4-gate blink this time, looking to go for a quick 2-0 up. And ooh, this is a problem actually, this is a problem for maybe both players. This is Banshee play, and Cloaked Banshees, actually, they do pretty well against Stalkers so long as there is no detection. And oh, the Widow Mine! Someone talked about Cure's Widow Mine play, and it is fantastic. 2 bunkers here as well. Cure will not lose this natural. Cure is also a smart man. He's got the read on Hero. We got some team kill magic coming on in. As the Banshee finds his way on in. Now Stark's playing on the high ground. There's a bunker here as well, because again, you get less tanks early, spend a lot of gas on Banshee, so you got to make sure you survive a little bit longer. But there are 2 tanks here now. And the gas will fall. More and more Stalkers warping on in. Prepping, of course, for the blink on top of the tank. It's going to go down. Banshee, though, it cloaks on up, and that is just so much consistent DPS that it is pretty hard here for Hero to deal with. I don't know if he has... Okay, he's the Observer now, which is nice. SCV is going to get pulled here. Stalkers playing out on the low ground, but maybe not the best trade. But okay, it's going to be a recall because the Banshee shows on up here, targeting the shield battery down, but that also means that no workers died. So we're gonna be fine. Yeah, Bunny and Dream are certainly there, but I don't know that any of them go. Oh, well, maybe Dream goes over Ryung. I don't know. I think if Ryung hits what is it, top 6? I think after the round of 10. Top 6, top 8 of the GSL. I think we can definitely say he's top 5 because he would qualify over. He would qualify over Bjorn. I think Bjorn is 0-2 right now. He's not looking all that great, or his chances of advancing are not looking all that great. Yeah, that's what it is. Hero has the military experience. He took part in took part in strategy training. He figured it out. He internalized it and turned it into StarCraft mastery. But this game, again, we're kind of even, you know? Kira has his third base on the way, third command center on the way. He's got this powerful timing cooking on up. And Hero didn't get a lot of damage done. In fact, he lost a decent amount of stalkers. 5 stalkers went down. But on the flip side, these Banshees have really found 0 damage. Oh, well, as I say that. Cast a curse. Banshees arrive now. They get 2 workers. But one of these Banshees will maybe go down. No, stalkers are off cooldown on Blink. So that's going to be fine. Yeah, I think Mario's TVP is a little bit weaker than a lot of people think. He lost to Creator 2-1. Creator played wonderfully, by the way. Not taking anything away from Creator, but you do expect more from Mario. And he also lost to Zoun in the final match of Group D. And it didn't really matter. It was a seeding match. But I think Mario, he showed up to Katowice a little bit weaker than people thought. I'm looking back to the summer where he won a bunch of tournaments in a row. He took down Cyril in that insane grand finals of the King of Battles. But he looked a little weaker in Katowice. I can't tell you why, but Kira's now moving out of the map. Hero's got his 4th base on the way. Storm is halfway done, and we're going to have to see Hero look to maybe try to sandbag things for now. The Banshee, one of them went down. The second one is not going to do all that much, and this is going to be a denied 4th base, I think. I don't think Hero Hero does not keep this one on up here. The army is in position, and he's just going to really treat this as an idiot magnet. Wait for it to go down, and he gets it. Hero... That's a kill. That should not have happened. That was a big mistake there from Hero. But Storm is completing in 10 seconds. That is going to be the hold position here. That is what Hero wants. That's going to be hold condition, excuse me. And now Storm's going to get dropped on down 2-1. They're here now. But now Kira stims on in. Storms are massive, though. And the army's got to pick up. It's got to go home. That was a hold and a half. But 10 workers go down on the backside. Where's the... I think the Banshee killed workers. So... maybe not as good as Hero was looking for, but now he's got to go for a counterattack. He lost the 4th base. That's 400 minerals down the drain. He lost 10 workers. That's not what he wants, as now the worker count is a little bit more equal. No, the Banshees didn't get that. Maybe it was long-distance mining from the probes that I didn't see. Hey, W Lich King, thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're here. TY is in military at the moment. Speedy Thug. Right now the Banshee's finding a little bit of value. There's no detection here. Cannon's up, and there we go. Okay, so Banshee's going to go down. 8 more workers die, though. Hero losing 22 workers in the last couple minutes. It's not as problematic as if he'd lost them earlier. I don't know that Curious top 3 right now, actually. I put like maybe Maru 1. Ooh, Storm Drop's coming on in on the SCVs. I did not see that one on in. So that's on a lot of bio. 7 workers go down, but it's going to be that. And then we can be the immediate recall. Because this is a low Warp Prism, and you do not want to lose that Warp Prism. But okay. Archon's on the way. Hero has his 4th base up once again. He's got himself a worker lead between the Storm Drops and everything else. And Cure moving on for level 2 of the aggression. He's going to try to find his way on in. He's got a bunch of ghosts here. Enhanced Shockwaves is done. So certainly these High Templar are not going to be as effective as they might otherwise be, but that's why you have him in a Warp Prism. You don't want the Shockwaves to, well, until you drop the Storms. You just hope that Cure is maybe not fast enough. The Zealots are going to find a lot of SCVs in the corner here, and look at the friendly fire on these tanks. That is not the play indeed. So 16, 17 workers do go down, but now Cure is going to find his way on into the other side. EMP is playing at a couple High Templar, but the Storms are still going to be pretty good. But it's not in the fight, so it's not going to really matter all that much just yet. Not a lot of Zealots in this fight just yet. And we have 2 more High Templar here. Zealots looking to run on any EMPs on top of the army, but not on the High Templar just yet. Hero forced back. He's found himself a supply lead once again because he's killed 26 workers. Kira saying, I got to back up. There are still Storms in this army. I cannot take the fight, and the game goes on. Disruptor's now on the way, and always got him in a corner. That's not where you want to be here. Kira's going to be able to back on up. EMPs not going to get the High Templar once again, but they do get the Warp Prism. They do knock all of its shields on down, but Hero smells blood in the water. He says, that is a juicy bit of bio here. I think I can do something about that. But where? Oh, there we go. Another EMP doesn't really get much of anything. And there we go. Huge storms. Massive storms on the army here for Kira. Disruptor shots as well. So he's got a micro on backwards as the army of Hero runs on forward. And now it's a 50 army supply lead here. Hero is crushing on through in this game number 2, but this chaff is starting to run on out just a little bit. Not a lot of zealots here. Disruptor's got to run on back. The micro is pretty damn good, and Cure will not die. Yeah, Hero opened up a massive supply lead, but it was only for a moment. Only for an instant, and now Hero's army is a bit terrifying. He's going to force his way on forward. Colossus go down. Oh, not sorry. Immortals, they go down. But we have double Colossus on the way, and... oh, sorry about that. Wrong button. There are 2 Vikings on the field. 2 Vikings does not an army make. Okay, so this 5th base, yeah, it's going to get canceled. There we go. Hero. He's lost 2 bases that he... Wait, did we see... Oh, I thought I saw a notification that an upgrade was canceled. No. Okay. But we're going up to 4 Colossus here. Hero doing an excellent job of ping-ponging back and forth between different techs. He's got his 5th base on the way. He's gonna have a 3 upgrade lead. This is gonna be a powerful as hell timing coming out from Hero in this game. Yeah, he kind of threw it away. I understand why he committed on through. Those storms were freaking massive. But the micro was good. He ran out of zealots, didn't quite have the reinforcements he needed, and he started to run out of things. And now the army of Hero active on the map, running on forward, looking for something. Hey, Cabaltine, thanks so much for the sub. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying things. Storm's on top of that army, though. It's not going to kill things, and ooh. We got some lag here. Anki. Oh, no. All right, so now Stalker's on the south side. These, they don't want to take this fight, but they're going to maybe try to snipe something down. As the game continues here again. We have 2 High Templars in the War Prism. It's not... High Templar are not... Storms are not the biggest deal in this game anymore. I mean, they're good, and they will always find value if you do them. Oh, wait a minute. What am I on top of the High Templar? Does he have the retarget? No. It's going to be on the Colossus. That was a massive opportunity there for Kira to just wipe down so much of everything, so much of the power of this army. But Kira's going for base rate. He says, I cannot fight this army anymore, and I'm out of position anyway. Storm's on top of the bio trying to hold the high ground, so the army is able to wedge its way on in. Ghosts are starting to fall as they pop out of things. As the Colossus is actually not really joining the fight for right now. Zealots are starting to die, and we actually are not starting to see probes of Hero die just yet. Now, he did get supply block because he's lost a couple Nexus. The bio of Kira finding his way on in on the other side. But we got to remember, so long as Hero initiates his recall early enough in the main base, he's going to be fine, right? Eventually, maybe you EMP the main base off and the recall doesn't happen. But for right now, we can assume that is going to happen here. And Cure, yeah, he's going to have mining after this. But I'm worried about the army because right now it is soon to be. Oh, no, it actually got depowered. Both forges got depowered here. So, oh, man, +2 is so close to completion. But, yeah, it's not going to happen. We'll get denied here. And now we're going to have to see a recall into the main base right now. If Hero wants to do that, there we go. EMP's blanket it, so no recall. And I kind of like Cure here now. I really, really do. It felt like Hero had maybe an opportunity to do something, but now he doesn't. Right? He cannot get back home. He's going to be supply blocked until the end of time. He's not mining. He does have a big bang, and he is building a Nexus on the other side of the map, and he will be able to maybe make something happen with that one. But, you know, you kind of want to just take the fight and win the battle. I think his army does beat it, but, well, actually, I guess if you recall and you have your High Templar, they get EMP'd, so they're not getting the storms. It's a bit of a problem, but here's defensive. Oh, no, Hero! Hero, don't do it! Hero, no, they have so much to live for. 2 Disruptors go down in the blink of an eye, and now he's going to get a lot of SCVs, but, you really, you want those 2 Disruptors. You really are desirous of those 2 Disruptors of doing anything. So Hero, he's got his 1 base that's going to get set up here on the other side. Colossus will actually take some damage from the missile turrets. But Cure has enough money to repair this orbital, or excuse me, this planetary for quite a while here. Colossus kind of sitting on the edge of things. Stalkers blink on forward, trying to knock the Liberator down. They will be successful in that. And while we say Cure has some money to repair for just a little bit, what we have to remember is these Stalkers do not want to be tanking shots. Just let the Colossus kill them. Thank you. We have to remember is Cure is not made of money. He's not mining right now. He does eventually run out of money. So this is nice for Hero, even as things do happen. Hero is going to have his mining base up. Actually, I think there's a Widow mine in the mineral line. Yeah, he's not going to be mining for quite a while here. And EMP's looking to blanket this army, but Hero, he's got control of a choke. It's a little bit hard, difficult right now for Cure to really run on in. And Cure really starting to run out of money. Disruptor shots on top of a lot of these SCVs. No, that's not going to find much of anything. Tank sieging up now is actually a massive deal, but now Zealous running on in. Hero all inning on the planetary storms, actually. They're going to hit everything, but you got to retarget these Colossus. Cure looking to run on in. Hero, he doesn't even get the planetary. He does not get this game. Cure ties it up 1-1. The Colossus don't necessarily prioritize planetary over other units, but Hero had them targeted. Right? He was just trying to siege that one down. He knows it's a base trade. He knows that that is most likely the last base of Cure. So you waste all the money of Cure. Oh, we had a bit of a lag spike there, but hopefully it's fine. So the problem was, it was not that the Colossus were automatically... Colossus do this in a lot of fights that Protoss end up winning, where they kind of get stuck in the backlines. They're targeting a refinery or something, and you need to actually select them and move around. How does this channel feel about Twitch copy art? I don't know what you're talking about, Cheese Sandwich. But I do not support art theft, or, you know, lack of attribution, not paying people for the work that they do. We're just extending the series. For the fans, this is true, Ray. This is absolutely true. So now we're on effectively a Terran map. It is shorter by a mile. Well, actually not by a mile. Has anyone ever done the math? I don't know what one unit in StarCraft, or what like one distance unit equates to in real time, in real life, or in quote unquote real life, right? Maybe it is miles. Maybe they are just really fast. Certainly the scale's all wrong. A carrier should blot out the entire map, but it doesn't. Look at this. Cure leaning into Gumio style. He's getting concussive shells. He's getting a couple Marauders. But it's a 3-Rax play, so he's just going to have an even more powerful version of the 3-Rax. And of course, the goal of these Marauders, they're trying to catch the first couple Protoss units out on the map, either as they run across, or you run the Marauders across and you get a couple Stalkers, something like that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Fwing. Fwing. I'm going to assume that's how your name is pronounced until told otherwise, but it strikes my whimsy. And we all know whimsy is incredibly important. But here are the Marauders, and they're going to get baited on out. So there we go. Adept says, yeah, I'm going to lose my life. Actually, the recall is going to be late, so he will lose his life, but at the very least, he gets the Reaper. That is something. Now he scouts out that Marauders are running onto the other side of the map here. And that, well, we're going to have to see how well that one works on out for the Smiling Assassin. There's no shield battery, actually, and these Marauders kind of run on in. They say, oh, probes. Probes sound tasty. No Stalkers have been made in this game. Nothing that really kills Marauders all that quickly. There's a Stalker, but 2 workers die. And this is a nice start. It's a build that is weird. It's a build we don't see all that often. You talk to pro Protoss players, and they say, I don't really think it's all that good. But we still see Terrans win with it, so is it really all that bad? I don't know. But for now, I mean, Cure. He gets 1 Adept. He gets 2 probes. He loses 2 Marauders and a Reaper. It kind of trades out equally. In fact, maybe a little bit in Hero's favor. Outside of the fact that this is a 3-Rax play. Outside of the fact that Cure is going to go with follow-up aggression, and we may see Hero lean into his greed a little bit more to try to make up for any perceived disadvantage that he has, because he has not seen anything in the main base. He just knows that he's going to see some Marines, I guess. That's useful. Look at this. We already have missile turrets. Cure is deathly afraid of DTs in this series. He's gotten missile turrets when a couple times now where there are really No, there's not a Dark Shrine down. There is maybe a hint of one in that first game, but other than that, really not a thing. It's some extra money that you can spend, but realistically not the biggest of deals. These two Adepts are going to get found on out here. They're going down, but that's great information here for Hero. He doesn't want to lose the Adepts, but getting the stim timing, massive. And by the way, Blink is done. So Hero running across the map here, knowing that the Marines are probably elsewhere, might be able to find something. Certainly it's a dead SCV. The Bio of Cure going northwards. Is he looking for a proxy, or is this just a really weird route to try to find his way on into the Naturalator? I don't know, but for now it's not working out for him. So 4 Stalkers are going to find their way on into the main base. We're going to see a warp in here later on. Now the Stalkers warp on forward here. A couple Stalker or a couple SCVs will go down for the moment. Here, going for that counterattack with those Marines he had online earlier, on the map earlier. But again, I don't know how much they get done. Well, depends on the warp in setup, I guess. Hero is not really committing to this, and actually he's warping in Stalkers at home. So, yeah, this is not going to get much of anything. Oh, you're talking about Astrea cheese sandwich. I support Astrea so long as it is not just ruining the chat experience for everyone. But the occasional pylon in my chat, I don't hate it. Oh, look at this, though. That was a very quick disruptor. Stalkers find their way on in. They're going to get much of anything. Well, actually, yeah, they're going to get a lot here. Good micro here from Hero, just now not losing anything, killing off some Marines. And we just have this random Marine hit squad. Now it's going to get the... it's going to get the Warp Prism, maybe? Yeah, this is a dead Warp Prism. That is going to be very nice. 4 dead Stalkers here as well. They got to blink and run. Hey, they forced a stim out at least, but losing that Warp Prism is obnoxious. Oh, Hero. He's got a bait going on here. Folks, be quiet. Be very quiet. Cure, no! Oh, Hero. Here is a brilliant, brilliant man, but Hero, he's just more brillianter. That was, I did not expect that to work as well as it did, but you know what? Cure scans, he says there's got to be something here, but no, Hero just had the soul read. And that push the Cure wanted to go for? That push the Cure wanted to go? No, it's not going to happen. It's not good anymore. Sure, maybe it's also for Oracle, but an Oracle goes in the mineral line. This one is to guard against DTs running on in. Now, there's going to be a tank sieged up here. Marauder as well. Stalkers, they're going to run on in. That's going to be a dead tank. Good blink micro here. Really not too many Stalkers go down. And Hero is just establishing map presence. Again, he has his third base up. He's not trying to win the game with this. And oh, Hero's got the scout. Well, kind of. He does have the scout after all. I was like, oh, he's got the scout. But wait, no, that's a Colossus. That's not what you want to scout with. That's going to be a dead Colossus right there. But Hero's going to be fine. And the game goes on. Charge is on the way. And Stalkers are in position. So this drop really should not get much done. Interestingly enough, Hero is not kind of staying away from things. You generally expect the Protoss player to try to ambush the Terran. But for right now, he says, I'm pretty comfortable. As long as I don't take damage, I'm pretty okay with this. And yeah, Cure scans that out. He's like, oh, okay. Well, you know what's happening. I'm not going to do all that much with this, but armor is halfway done. Well, it's on the way. It's not halfway done. Charge is halfway done. That's the upgrade we're looking at. Extra Colossus on the way. Second Forge on the way. Hero not doing the super greedy thing and going for a really quick fourth base when it is an aggressive Terran. Although realistically, if there was a game he could go for a quick fourth, kind of is this one. That disruptor shot was freaking massive, and it ended Cure's hopes of being aggressive early, but look at this now. This is a position that I don't think Hero is expecting, so his Stalkers are not quite in position just yet. He gets a good attack. Oh, good force fields, though, which means Marauder goes down, maybe? Oh, yes, it will. And the Colossus shell at things. Hero's map vision is just exactly where it needs to be. The drop finds a pylon and gets canceled. Doesn't even go down. He gets a probe. Not really all that much. So now fourth base is on the way for Hero. 2-1. All those wonderful things. Hero, he's getting himself set up for the mid game, set up for the late game. Ghost Academy on the way. We see an armory as well, so he will be able to get those additional upgrades. Well, you know what? Cheese sandwich. People still refer to it as Astrea, okay? Okay. Oh, man. On the one hand, I kind of hate casting with a 2-minute delay. I can't interact with chat as much as I would like. But also, seeing chat's reactions 2 minutes later is always fun, as these Zealots are going to try to find some value, but there are 2 tanks here. There's Bio already, so it's not going to get much of anything. What do we got on the north side? And some dead prep. Okay. Stalker ran on forward, sacrificed itself for the cause. But Hero is well situated on his 4 bases. He's got really excellent map vision just about everywhere. These Zealots will go down. That's maybe not a trade you want, but kind of at that stage in the game where the Zealots, they don't feel free, but they feel almost free, right? Because, I mean, you're on 4 base economy. You really care more about your gas count. You can warp in a bunch of Zealots. So you're kind of okay with that. And look at what Hero's doing. He's going for all 3 levels of splash. This is not something we see Protoss players do all that often because it's so hard to control, but he has Storm on the way. He has a couple Disruptors. He's sitting here on 3 Colossus, and now he's going to go... No, he's not. He's not going to go for the fight. He does not want to make that one happen. There is a lot of EMPs, a lot of tanks. Pure channeling his TY. Specifically that game on... what was it? Death Aura, there we go, against Parting, where super far behind, but he's kind of totaled up on tanks, and eventually the Terran got to the late game, and eventually Parting kind of ran out of space. That was the inception, that was the genesis of the Charge Lot Blink DT composition, by the way. And while it didn't work for Parting, people figured out how to make it work pretty soon thereafter. But I mean, for now, Curious just... He is turtled up. He's tortoised up in at that deep shell. But now we're going to see the Bio look or the army run on forward. Liberator's getting some good shots, so really you're not going to do all that much. I do want to see Hero transition, though, in this game. I mean, he has Storm done. Sure, he's got 3-2 on the way. Sure, that's nice. But this is a game where he's probably not going to break the Terran stock playing on forward. One Liberator goes down, second one not going to get nearly as much. Good disruptor shot, though, and then we'll force somewhat of an even trade here for Hero and Cure. But I want to see Stargates going down. I want to see carriers on the way. That does seem to be kind of this ultimate Protoss composition right now. Stargates blink on in, but there are... that's not good. Hero being maybe a little bit impatient here. This is not the fight that he's looking for. Storms on the Vikings are going to be nice. It means that the Colossus stay alive for now. Stargates blink on forward. And I guess he does clear out that position. He gets a couple tanks. He gets the Liberators. That was pretty damn expensive for Hero in the extreme. Maybe I guess it balanced out at the end, but did not look good here to start. Now Stalkers run on forward. Disruptor shots zoning out. By the way, folks, we do have the not the Fleet Beacon, the other thing, the one that Terrans get that I'm blanking on the name of at the moment. Fusion Core, there we go. So we will have ranged Liberators eventually. All right, so now the army of Hero looking to move on in once again. By the way, behind this, he can kind of afford some pretty negative trades, as we still don't have Liberator range. I worried I maybe missed it, but no, it just has not been started yet. Hero is all over the map. He's sitting here on his 6 bases on the way, I guess. That's fairly nice. He's actually just using Storms to try to knock Liberators down. I respect it, I guess, and their Liberator range is on the way. And Hero, if you're an Astrea, if you're a Classic, if you're a Zest, we have really started to see these players move into carrier tech, maybe into Tempest play. Classic played a pretty cool game. It's on my YouTube right now, actually, against Bjorn, where he had Bjorn turtled in on 4 bases, and he went Tempest. He actually proxied a Nexus to give more powerful shield batteries as he just sieged in with carrier Tempest. It was really cool, and he did end up winning that game. But also, it feels like that is a comeback potential for the Terran. I mean, you can hit critical mass as the Protoss, sure, but the Terran can also shred that if he wants. So Kira's got his 5th base on the way, folks. We're going to a split map scenario in this game. Liberators are going to siege on up. They do not have that upgrade just yet. Zealot's running on in. That's just a dead War Prism. 2 dead High Templar as well. Hero's got to back up. He's lost so much of this army. 7 probes going down on the backside. That's a big recall. And for now, we're good. I don't really know how Hero is supposed to break here. And Kira's doing that Terran thing. We just kind of slowly get planetaries, and it's such a slim timing to go and actually, well, to prevent them from going on up. now. Heroes on the other side of the map. Once again, his recall's on cooldown, so maybe that's something that Cure can abuse. He's trying to right now. Do we have defensive stalkers? We do. We have Zealots warping on in as well, so this should get cleaned on up here. Of course, the superior upgrades are nice. Hero, I don't know if that was an F2 or just deciding he doesn't want to deal with it, keeping his army out of position so it doesn't get jumped on behind. But this single drop of Cure is kind of keeping him in this game. It has gotten so much damage. Now the Stalkers are getting the medevac done, and okay, Zealots are going to clean up the rest of this, but there's a lot of probes that have died in the last minute or so. It's like 15. Look at the resource loss. This is a 4K gap here that Cure has found. He's just really trying to play as cost effective as he can. And while Hero has a lot of bases, he's going to run out of bases eventually. He's got maybe one more that he can take on the map, realistically. And okay, there we go. There's the Stargates. Finally. It feels like there just kind of hits this critical mass of Liberators. We're at 5 right now, and in a map like Berlingrad that can be totaled up like this, 5 seems pretty nice. You just kind of hit this critical mass of Liberators where the Protoss player can't really move on in any sort of cost-effective way, and then you do need to move into something maybe a little bit more. But now, hey, there we go. The Liberators not sieged up just yet. Zealots running on forward, and a couple Zealots go down. But we're not there just yet. Flanking Storm on the backside, not really getting much of anything. That Storm's not... Oh, okay, we're good. Oh, be very careful there. Flanking Storm coming on in on the backside here, looking for it. That's going to be rather nice on top of these Liberators as well. Hero, again, he's just trying to find a way to flank his opponent out. And I think actually if he just runs through the middle right now... preemptive Storm, not going to get much of anything. That's going to be nicer, though. I think if he just runs through the middle of the map here, he might be able to jump on his opponent before he really goes and hits things. But EMP is on top of all of these Stalkers. It means the Liberators, as they have +2, they're just going to one-shot things. So that's a bit of a problem here. Disruptive shots moving on out. Storms, again, preemptively. He kind of expects Cure to maybe engage, so he just drops Storms in front of the army and hopes that Cure is not fast enough, but do we have +1 air on the way? Some medevac. Oh, okay. There we go. Now we got nukes on the way here, and Hero maybe is going to be a bit too distracted for now. Disruptive shots going on out. Storms actually on the backside are going to be rather nice here. Yeah, EMPs are... Oh, those are very nice indeed. But folks, the Storm land, the nuke lands. 16 workers go down. And this Ghost, is it going to be able to escape? Is there? I don't see any detection with this army. Is there a detection with this army? Where's the observer? There's a single observer on the map. Where is it? Not there. This Ghost escapes. That should not be a thing, but it will anyways. We got a recall of Stalkers from not all that far away. Hero seems a bit sloppy in the late game, actually. There we go. Okay, now the Ghost is dead. More observers are on the way. And realistically, I mean, Hero's got kind of a bank. He doesn't have mules, so going down to 54 does not mean that he still has a big economy. But he is maxed out. He is moving into 4 more Stargates now. He's got +1 air done, +2 on the way eventually. Stalkers run on forward, knocking a medevac down. But Hero, he lost his opportunity to go and actually deny that bottom left base that Cure wanted to take. He was forced backwards. And that means that this planetary, I believe this is a planetary now. Yes, it is. Their Liberators sieging up here. It's going to be a rather tough position. And we got another nuke on the way, folks. Is Hero going to be prepared for it this time? I don't know. But Bio from here on the north side as well is going to try to make something happen. Shield battery overcharge is going to last not very long. This Ghost is dead. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to get much of anything. And this drop should get cleaned on up here as well. I like the addition of the Oracle, actually. Just being able to tag the drops, tag this army. But actually, no, they're going to get the base. Okay. No, they're not. Never mind. Base gets low, does not go down. We're 19 minutes into this game, and I do not see it ending really anytime soon at all. It's 2K plus banks for each side. Armies are incredibly powerful. It's all about space control, but Cure's saying, you know what? I think I have found my position as that's an immortal from earlier, I guess. I don't really think you want immortals in this game anymore. But the rocks have not been taken down, and these Liberators are going to shell on into everything. We're looking at 14 Liberators on the map right now. There is not a... Hero cannot take this fight. He's going to lose this base. He's going to lose a lot of production. The question is what he can do, actually, with the supply that gets opened on up. Maybe he can make a flank. Maybe he can make something happen. But this army from Cure is pretty damn impossible to fight in a straight-up engagement. Maybe the Stalkers find Liberators on the backside, but we got tank siege on up here as well. The base actually isn't dead. The Nexus is not dead. just yet. And folks, we're going into kind of a base trade. This is a much more late game base trade, and we're gonna have to see how well it works for him. Cure has planetaries literally everywhere, so it's gonna be rather hard. Nuke's actually going down preemptively. This is a little bit cool here. JW on the attack, coming on in from Cure, and oh, does he see it? Does he see it? Here is the nuke going to okay, the ghost is dead. I got excited, folks. I got excited. I actually was not able to hide it, but did not matter. Ghost is gonna go down. Warp Prism dies, sure, but well, actually, Hero's pretty open in supply, so he's room. DTs are getting warped on in here. The base in the north side goes down. Hero has 4. Cure has lost 1. He's going to lose 2 in a second, but the big deal is he's going to lose a lot of his production. So as long as Hero's going to be able to find his way on out, really knocking down these Liberators is the big deal. He's going to be in a pretty nice spot theoretically. Hero is on 150 army supply. He still has some production. These Liberators are obnoxious, and they're going to keep creeping on forward. There we go. But we're looking at a lot of production going down. 4 barracks, 3 barracks, 2 barracks. Looks like it will be 2 barracks for now. Hero spending a lot of his bank on that. Stalker's playing on a forward, trying to knock down all of these Liberators, but they 2-shot, or really 1-shot. There are so many of them because they do have +3. So the DTs are here. How much detection do we have? I'm actually not sure. We're looking at 10 Liberators on the map. DTs get EMP'd. We're going to see an orbital go down, but DTs will be able to blink on out. Actually, I don't think any of them died. Looks like Liberators going down once again as they continue to siege on forward. Hero kind of trapped in the main base. He's going to eat a lot of shots, finding his way on out here. He cannot take this fight. This is so expensive, but he's still got himself a 40 army supply lead. No storms here. Storms would actually be very nice to knock this down. Is Hero getting kind of put into a corner? Does he take the fight against the planetary? Does he run away? I don't know, but it's kind of hard. Okay, well, the rocks are down. He finds a way out. This game is bonkers. This game is legitimately bonkers. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to analyze this game. I can tell you that Hero, he has no economy. He has no bank either. Cure has an economy and a bank, but the army of Hero is just a little bit better. Disruptor shots are going to go on up, and now Stark is playing on forward. A Liberator goes down. Every one of these Liberators that falls is a boon for Hero. It makes it much easier for him to take that fight. But Disruptors against Liberators are not very good. They don't really have the range, and 6 Disruptors are good. An Orbital will go down. Here's the army of Hero finds its way onto the south side. Storms are going to land, but again, the army of Cure is it's expeditionary. It's not really trying to do all that much. Disruptor shots are going to knock down half the health of this planetary. We're going to see another command center go on down. Oh, that's an exposed Colossus here. You got to be careful here, Hero. You cannot lose this. DTs are going to get the planetary, and now we're going to see storms landing on top of everything. The Colossus will survive. The red zones of death are doing what they can. The Stalkers, they blink on in. The Liberators are doing so damn much here. The army supplies are starting to equalize. Here's got a bank, though, but I don't think he has that much production. He's got 3 barracks, 3 starports. He's going to have to rely on that one. But Hero, he has no bank. He can't really rebuild those Stalkers that he lost all that easily. And we're going to have to see what happens here. Does he make this happen? Another Liberator, I think, should go down. No, it stays alive. What are we at? We're at 9 Liberators right now. That is the most important thing. There we go. Stalker finds a way. A salient point on in. Knocks the Liberator on down. Colossus. Ooh, you got to be... This is the problem with Liberator range. Colossus no longer outrange them, and Hero will lose a Colossus. Stalker blink on in. A Liberator goes down, but there's still shots here. Hero had the bigger army, but he cannot reinforce. Yeah, Cure struggles too, as make no mistake about it. Stalker's playing on an ooh, nice little interior spot here. Liberators are starting to fall, but there's just no complexity in this army for Hero anymore. It's 2 Colossus. That is the only thing that knocks the ground army down. It's actually only 1 Colossus. Hero has lost this game. He made a damn fine show of it, but what a comeback from Cure in this game number 3. He turtled it out. He lasted long enough. And now Hero, he's got 1 Colossus. He's going to micro it back, saying maybe, just maybe I've got enough, but he does not have enough. The army is dead. Hero taps out. And folks, Cure is on serious point. Man, I got a friend coming in tomorrow. Hey, Daemunum Camo, thanks so much for the resub. You could not have chosen a better series or a better tournament run to choose to resub on, because we've been following Hero from the first round. And outside of the first game where he kind of dumpstered in well, GM opponent, but not high GM and certainly not pro, these series have been sick. He 2-1 Creator, it was awesome. He 2-0'd Solar, it looked very good. He 2-0'd or 2-1 Gumi. I think he 2-1 Gumi home in the semifinals. And now we're looking at a grand finals that is incredible. But again, Demon Camel, 20 months. That's a lot. Thank you so much for the resub. Do appreciate it. All right, so where do we go from here? Well, Hero said, well, you know, Proxy Stargate looked pretty good against Gumiho. Let's do it again. All right, let's do it, I guess, the first time in this series, but let's see if I can get a quick victory. The pilot in the... The command center is where it needs to be. This doesn't trap anything. This doesn't deny any mining. I don't really know why... Yeah, okay, it's canceled. I was like, Hero, I understand that you are a more brilliant and a more handsome and... or whatever, every super superlative than I, but I don't understand that one. I really don't. Anyway, an Adept's going to shade on in, and there's a bunker here. That's only one Adept. The question, though, is how many Oracles does Hero make? Right? As that Adept goes down. We saw him make 4 against Gumiho in that Ultimate Game 3, which was really, really cool game. Make sure to go check it out if you haven't. It is, of course, going to be on my YouTube in 4K. Hey. But I don't think that's the standard. He's going to go for 2 Oracles at the very least. Is there any Widow Mines? There are no on the map. There are 2 Marines, and that's just about it. So this Oracle, it has a playground. It can kill as many SCVs as it has energy for, really. So we're going to see 4, 5, 6, 7 workers go down. Widow Mine on the way now. But Hero's actually just not reacting. He says, well, I'm going to lose these kind of regardless, so I just rather keep them mining, I guess. And there we go. So Cyclone on the way. Widow Mine has been made. So it's a little harder for the Oracles to fly in now. And we're going to have to see whether this one... Actually, no, this is the first one. Where's the second one? Okay. Looking for the natural, maybe. No Widow Mine just there. Where's the Widow Mine, actually? Is it... Where is it hiding? Ah, and this gas. There we go. There it is. Whether Hero will scout it. So into the natural he goes. There are 3 SCVs there that he can take down. I mean, there's a bunker, sure. But... he's going to deny mining. Marines running out into the natural, which gives room maybe for the Oracle to fly in the main. No, that's not going to be the case. And behind this, additional gateways. Well, a third gateway coming on down. Blink on the way. Hero saying, I found myself a wonderful advantage in this game. I think I'm pretty happy. Oracles are going to look to fly on in, but there's a Cyclone, so... ooh, nice little bit of micro there. They're going to run on in. They're going to run on out. They're going to target the Cyclone down. Widow Mine, though, you got to be careful there. And Widow Mine's going to get 1 Oracle, but Widow Mine dies in exchange. The Cyclone dies here as well. We're going to start to see some SCVs go down, and the Oracle runs out of energy. Oh, he got the high energy. He got the high energy Oracle, too. But still, we've seen 10 SCVs, 1 Widow Mine, and 1 Cyclone go down for the cost of 1 Oracle. I think Protoss fans will still say that Hero is in a fantastic position in this game. He's still happy. Certainly. He is still happy. But beyond this, of course, third base on the way. Blink about halfway done. I don't think Hero gets too aggressive with this one. This Oracle may go down here. Actually, no, Cyclone kind of line of sight blocked, but ooh, very low. This Oracle cannot run on in again. It may try, but I don't think it's going to be all that successful. So, folks, now we move into a macro game with a decided Hero advantage. He got a lot of workers done. He's got his third base on the way. He's got his tech where it wants to be. Hey, Demonum Camo, enjoy your nap. Sorry you're so sleep deprived. Those, although going to bed after those long days, oh man, there's nothing better. Passing out and just sleeping for forever and a day. Anyways, we're going to see the Stalkers move on forward here. Oracles, again, at this point, Oracle's not all that great. It will provide high ground vision, you know, good revelations, things like that, but it cannot fight. It cannot really find worker damage too much anymore. Do we have a Warp Prison, though? Did I see one made? No, we don't. It's just 9 Stalkers here, and, you know, that's the benefit of having this proxy Stargate. You can warp in more Stalkers. It's slow, but it's honest work. Stalkers run on in, just targeting down the SCVs, so they look to repair the bunker, not even targeting the bunker down, saying, hey, you know what? I want worker damage. That sounds rather nice. 7 SCVs. They die. And Hero just maintains his economic lead. We saw this happen to Gumiho in one game where Gumiho just kind of pulled the boys and beat Hero. So, thing we're looking at, please, Hero, do not get a 4th base before your opponent gets a 3rd. Before your opponent moves out. We've seen Hero throw games like this by being a little bit too greedy, but it's looking pretty promising for him right now. And Stalker goes down, but feel he's in a fairly decent spot. What he's doing is buying time. I mean, charge will be done. +1 may not be, but charge certainly will be done by the time the push happens here. Now Stark pulling on into the main base. They're going to get a reactor on the factory, which actually doesn't seem to be all that relevant to things. We're going to see the Cyclone get targeted on down immediately in Raven's defense energy. Ooh, that's a big deal. Force Raven energy out means no, or less auto turrets, less armor shredder missiles, things like that. Stark running on in forward. Once again, a medevac goes down this time, and that's always going to be nice for Hero. He's doing a really good job of forcing Kira to be uncomfortable. So he's up 20 workers. His army supply is equivalent. He's adding on his robo now. He's going to have +1 by the time this push happens. And all of this means that if Kira wants to make something happen here, well, he's got to make it happen soon. Because eventually Hero will just outgrow just a little bit too damn hard. That Bio looking to stem on in. And actually, these Starkers don't appear to have blink for just a second. So Hero's going to lose a couple before he can run away. That's going to be something for Kira. But charge is outdone. Stark, oh, they're going to hit him in a sandwich here, but not really the big part of the army they're looking for. Oracle running on in as well. This is Hero saying, look, I'm just going to kill your push before it even gets onto the other side of the map here. But Oracle goes down. The Stalkers go down. That was maybe a little bit too ambitious there, Mr. Hero. I understand that you have ambitions, that you have desires, that you think you know how this is going to go, but a little bit too much DPS but there. But now, maybe this time. Ooh, another Oracle being made. Interesting. More Zealots being warped on in, and Hero's just looking for the big surround, but he's actually not taking the fight together, not just yet. Auto turret getting dropped once again. We're seeing the Marauders get targeted on down. The Raven is going to die, and that is going to be a big, expensive play. But Kira has his third base halfway done. His STV count is decent. I'm kind of worried that he's just going to go die here, though. Widowmine is going to get targeted on down before it can burrow. Not a lot of Marauders here, but Stark's blink on forward. Actually going to box out the Zealots just a little bit, but that is it, folks. We get to go to a game number 5 in this series. It's everything I've ever wanted. Hero Cure, game 5. It's on the way next. So, Parental Taurus is game 5, and we have several questions we must ask ourselves. Does the Protoss proxy a gateway and proxy a nexus? That's the thing MaxPax does. Does he go and does the Protoss play normal? Heart of Altaurus is certainly a map that has the potential to go late. It certainly can, because I mean you're looking at 1 ramp, 2 ramps. Well, wait, yeah, 3 ramps. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, 3 ramps is 4 levels. So you're looking at 3 ramps here to get into the main base. It is super turtly, and considering how we've seen Cure and Hero playing, I'm kind of convinced. I would think that this is a better game for Cure, a better map for Cure than it is for Hero. Even as I think it's a little easier for the Protoss to take the gold. But what do I know? I know absolutely nothing. But for now, Cure, he is playing the defensive option, the safe option, the stable option. Command Center on the high ground. He says, look, I don't want to deal with a proxy gateway from you, Hero. That sounds kind of painful. Serenity Willing, it's not, I don't know, but I'm imagining that we saw Hero ban out Blackburn. So remember, 5th map is game 5. The 5th map is just whatever map is remaining, because there are only 2 bans. So this was technically not anyone's map pick. This was just, okay, well, we picked 4 maps. 5th map remains. Only 1 map remains after there are 2 bans and 4 picks. So I would imagine that Hero banned out Blackburn, maybe. Although maybe Curious, I don't know. Anyway, for now, the Reaper's going to try to find his way out. I mean, it's not going to get much of anything here. It doesn't have the vision for the Stargate. Yeah, it does. Okay. So, oh, nice little shade. The Reaper will die, but he gets the scout off. He says, okay, I know at least what the tech building is. I don't know whether it's going to be Phoenix play or whether it's going to be Oracles, but realistically, Hero has been showing a penchant for Oracle play if it's proxied, Phoenix play if it's at home. So because it's at home, Phoenix play is going to be the answer. And we're going to have to see how Cure looks to make something happen. And also the question is whether Hero goes, the depth shades on is like, ooh, that's Marines. Run away. Run, 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 run. But 2 Adepts can take that fight. Of course, 2 Adepts cannot fight 6 Marines. So they're not going to do too much there. Adepts running their way onto the high ground, though. Maybe looking for something, and they're gonna, hey, they're, oh no, it's three adepts that actually they can take this fight. We're gonna have to see maybe the Viking get landed, but no. Okay, a little bit of mismarker there from Hero, and that's gonna be that. So Hero takes his third base to gold after he has air dominance, after he's established maybe some map control. Ooh, good Widowmine shot there. Nice try from Hero. Notice he tried to do it with the shade, so try to, you know, take advantage of the transfer to dodge the Widowmine. You won't get the Widowmine at the end of the day, as a Cyclone lock-on should not get this Phoenix. There we go. But the Widowmine's dead. There's a little bit less defensive utility from here in this game, but okay, by taking the gold, this is going to be Charge Lot Phoenix. It's got to be the play. There's not a lot of gas taken right now. We're on 3 gas. We don't have a Twilight yet, but tons of Phoenix are on the way. And you don't get take the gold to not go a mineral heavy style. So this is most likely going to be Charge Lot Phoenix for Hero in this game number 5. Putting all his marbles in killing Cure before Cure does too many disgusting turtly Terran things. And there we go. Forge on the way, Twilight on the way. And Hero, one of the benefits of this Phoenix play, you can kind of pin the Terran home. You can kind of force them to stay on their side of the map. It's harder for them to get scouts off. It's harder for them to see that you have a third base out of a gold until you've maybe started to utilize it. Maybe started to build yourself into a position that you can properly defend it. So for now, the Phoenix, they're just going to hang around, and this is a lot of Phoenix. We're on 6, we're going to go up to 7, 8, 9, something like that. And now Cure's got to be careful, because he opted to go for a Raven in this game. Ravens are good. They can armor shred the Zealots and really make them not as tanky as they might otherwise be. But if the Phoenix take the Raven down mid-flight, well, that becomes a rather significant problem. And it's hard for Terrans. We can talk about all we want about, you know, something that Cure should be able to do. But Hero's rather sneaky with his Phoenix positioning, and he tends to snipe these Ravens, to be perfectly frank. So we're going to have to see whether Kira's on top of things. Normally what you would do is that 3 Cyclones? That is 3 Cyclones. Normally what you would do with the Ravens is you just click them onto your Marine. So if you try to run on through the Ravens, maybe the Raven dies, but you kill all the Phoenix as well. And that is kind of a fair trade. You lose a lot of stuff that Hero has committed towards the defense, as we're on 8 Phoenix right now, going up to 9. The real question is, when does he stop? Feels like 9 or 10 is really the upper bound, but we've seen Classic messing around with the double Stargate Phoenix play a little bit. I don't know. For now, the rocks are going to go down to deny Cure a disgusting sieged up position. Charge is done. +1 armor will be done soon. And Cure, though, he's getting ready for his 3-1-1. +1 stim combat shields are all on the way. And this build that Hero's gone for is designed to swallow this one whole, to sweep it from the map, and then, well, have some fun. So for now, the Phoenix, they're going to dive on into the main base, looking for a couple Marauders, maybe. That's going to be tasty. There we go. Marauders are going to get picked on up here, but the army is not here just yet. The Phoenix are not really where they need to be to lift up to defend. So they're going to knock down reinforcements. There we go. Armor Shredder missile coming on in. That is the value of the Raven against the Zealots. We're going to have to see how useful it is. Now, +1 armor is done. +1 attack now done for the Terran. Now, oh, good pickups there on the Widow Mines. The Zealots look to run on in. We're going to see so many Marauders get picked on up here. Manivacs go down eventually. You cannot run from this army here. Not today. Not like this. The Zealots, they are dying because Armor Shredder missile is a thing, but they're not dying fast enough. And this army from Cure gets swatted aside. Hero with a 20 supply lead, but the question is now whether he can break the natural. He's going up a pretty heavy ramp here. There is a full wall, but the Phoenix, they just say, we're going to lift everything. That sounds like fun. Zealots looking to crunch on through. The repair is going to be good for now. I think the Zealots, they're actually starting to fall here just a little bit. Phoenix running out of lifts, looks like. Now the Zealots, they find their way on in, and folks, we have a champion here. He's the Protoss 1 Hero. He takes game 5, he wins the finals, and what a fun run he has had. Holy hell, it's been a fun run.